Imagine an empty void. Suddenly, a few swift architectural strokes cut through the space, and a distinct shape locks into place. What you're looking at is anchored by a rigid 90-degree corner. That single right angle forces this configuration to behave differently from any other geometric form. Because of that precise corner, the shape is governed by an exclusive, deeply structural metric known as the Pythagorean theorem. In this diagram, the mathematical formula states h squared equals b squared plus p squared. B is the base, p the perpendicular, and h the hypotenuse. Squaring the hypotenuse perfectly matches the sum of the squared lengths of the other two sides. Pythagoras gives us a flawless mechanical blueprint, but it only works when that exact 90-degree angle is present, which leaves an obvious question: what structural rules govern every other triangle in the universe? When you move away from right angles and look at scalene or obtuse triangles, shapes with unequal sides or angles stretching past 90 degrees, their forms might look entirely random, but they aren't. Every single structural triangle conforms to a strict set of mechanical scale properties. Take the side angle relational law. In any geometric triangle, the side located directly opposite the largest interior angle is unconditionally the longest side. The converse rule is just as strict. The side facing the smallest interior angle is always the absolute shortest. This raises a deeper issue of physical reality. Can you take any three random lengths of line and connect them to enclose a flat space? The answer is no. Geometric existence is gated by an absolute boundary limit called the triangle inequality axiom. This axiom dictates that the combined length of any two measured sides must be strictly greater than the length of the remaining third side. If we try to build a shape using lengths of 2, 3, and 6 centimeters, the system breaks. Because 2 plus 3 is only 5, which is less than 6, the lines physically cannot reach each other to form an enclosed planar space. These axioms prove that non-right triangles are highly ordered physical systems, bound by inescapable mathematical limits. Once we understand these limits, we transition from abstract theory to physical construction, building shapes from scratch with just a ruler and a steel compass. Because structural laws dictate the shape's behavior, we rarely need all three angles and all three side lengths to build a perfect triangle. The SSS criterion proves that striking intersecting compass sweeps from a baseline easily isolates the third vertex. Alternative data also works. The SAS method requires two sides and an included angle, while ASA relies on one side and two adjacent angles. If you're using that ASA method, but the given angles aren't adjacent to your baseline, there's a simple mathematical fix. You subtract their sum from 180 degrees to find the missing adjacent angle. The compass and straightedge aren't doing the heavy lifting here. They are simply physical mechanisms used to exploit the universal limits we uncovered earlier. This specialized construction method, the RHS criterion, is used when we only have the hypotenuse and one side of a right-angled triangle. The process is efficient. Project a 90-degree vertical ray, set your compass to the hypotenuse length, and strike an intersecting arc. But think about why that works. Why does knowing one leg and the hypotenuse perfectly lock the exact length of the remaining unseen side? The answer circles right back to where we started. The Pythagoras Theorem mathematically guarantees that third dimension. Because the relationship is locked, you don't even need to measure or plot it manually. Triangles are entirely predictable mechanical systems. By mastering their governing laws, from the Pythagorean equation to the inequality axiom, we engineer them flawlessly every single time.